Okay, so now we're going to look at the BCB cooking set that comes with the bag. Also part of the equipment are the fire cells or fuel cells that come with this. And what we'll do is show you how you can set this up and light it so that you can cook yourself a brew while you're on the move. Okay, so what we're going to do is use the BCB cooking set so that we can make a brew while we're on the move. We've got the water bottle and the cup with the cooking compartment in the bottom. We use the Fire Dragon fuel cell, which you peel off the top, pop out the plastic and place inside. And then we can use our Webtex fire steel to light the Fire Dragon, like so. Once that's lit, fold the piece across the top, sit your mug on top, and then have your required amount of water that you want so you can make yourself and others a nice hot drink. So what I'm going to do now, while our BCB is cooking away and making us some nice hot water for our brew, we're going to look at another option. And this time we're going to be using wood for an open fire. We're going to upgrade to the Pathfinder cooking set from the BCB one, and we're going to show you how we do it on an open fire. What we're going to do is, again, use the Webtex. The sparks on this Webtex come off at around 3000 degrees, so they can set fire to nearly anything. We're using cotton wool, but you can use things like thistle seed heads, bulrushes, birch bark, all sorts of things, and we'll do that in a video at a later date. For now, I'm going to light our cotton wool. So what we've done is we've ignited our tinder, and what we're looking at now is the kindling, and we've got matchstick sized pieces of kindling, and we use it in both hands, put it over the fire, but we don't press it down because we want air to get in a crisscross pattern. And what we're doing now is we're listening for the pieces of wood to start catching fire, and when they start to crackle you'll hear it, and you can see the wind blowing the flames through, so make sure you can move it to get onto the flames. And if you listen carefully, you can now start to hear the crackling, and that's that wood starting to catch fire. And because we've got a nice wind here, I can leave that there. If I need to, because they're a decent length, I can pick them up and let the wind back in there and then press them down inside it again. That's going to give us a good base for our open fire. Once we've got that going, we can then move on to pencil size thickness pieces of wood, and as you can hear, when they crack nicely it means they're nice and dry. And what I can do is lay those, once this is caught, into a crisscross pattern across the fire. While that's going, I'm just going to show you one of the pieces of wood that we did earlier, and a little thing that you can do just to assist it. It's what we call feather sticking, and what we want to do is assist it. So what we do, we run the knife down to create little curls. This is particularly good if the wood is damp. You can put that on, and you can see that's the piece that's been processed. You would keep doing that. You put that on top, and then that's going to catch fire, and then you can put that on the fire as well. Let me give that a puff. while that gets going, I'm going to put my collapsible cooking piece over the top. Okay, so with the Pathfinder we've got the water bottle, the cup and the solid fuel part at the bottom, and we've also got a lid. Quite simply, you can fill this up and it can sit quite comfortably on your container, on your stand, to boil water over a solid fuel fire. Or, as I said, you've got this part, you can put your solid fuel fire cell in here, light that up, and the cup sits on top again for you to boil your water that way. And that's just an upgrade option that you could also use. Obviously, with an open fire, make sure you've cleared the area beforehand. Once the fire is extinguished, make sure you put the fire out properly, which is something we'll go through at a later date on another video. Okay, with regard to open fires, obviously always make sure you're doing an open fire in an area where that's permissible. We've done it here, and what we've done is we've cleared the area first, we've got our fire going, we've kept it as small as we need it to be. We don't need a massive fire to boil a cup of water. When we've finished, we make sure it's extinguished properly, we clear away the mess, the area is completely cooled down, and then we put back everything that we've moved away so we leave no trace whatsoever. We'll go through full fire safety, how to set up, light and extinguish a fire in a future video. But for now, just remember, leave no trace.